Actually,
Hello, and welcome to Unusual Radio with Tanya and my co-host Ed.
Ed.
We have some interesting things to discuss this evening.
Some of which scare me. I get scared often. Actually, I get scared often when I'm somehow sitting in the same room as this one.
What? Hello, Robin.
Oh, what do I do? Here, taste this. Is it hot? Is it spicy? Is it really, really hot? Are your lips burning?
Hello, April.
Yeah, sure. That's just like, why not?
So, anyway, in Warren is currently 78.
It's not 78.
That's what it says.
Damn, that thing is lying, goddamn it.
Yeah, okay.
It's 107 degrees right now in this damn room.
Okay, Tuesday is going to be partly cloudy and 98.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's going to be a hot one tomorrow.
I might get done the games early then.
Yeah.
Because those 60 and 70-year-old guys don't like to play when it's that hot, so they start with a 1-1 count and we good.
Nice.
Hey,
Okay.
Robin. Hey, April.
So, yeah, I want to I'm going to jump right into this. So, you know how I have my tattoos? Well, Ed doesn't have any. We all saw what happened when he got waxed. Hello, Diane. And he squirmed like a little bitch. And screamed like a little bitch.
I mean,
so
first of all, I didn't scream because I couldn't scream because I had that fucking plastic mouth opening wide thing. There was no screaming.
So now he says he's going to get a UR tattoo.
Did I say that? Hi, Diane.
You did. So I'm going to either videotape this.
Oh, yeah. We got to live stream this thing.
Or I'm going to be taking pictures so everyone can see him squirm like a little bitch. So, yes, we're going to be talking.
Enjoy this.
We're going to be talking about the transformation of Ed into a normal functioning human being. Yeah. He is going to start working out.
That's all white right there. Because I only get tan from here.
Yeah, we say that. Okay.
Down.
Okay.
But
okay.
I am very tan. I'm tanner than Tanya.
Anyway. Okay, so he is going to be doing that. Okay, now I would also like to bring up the 80s bands. The 80s bands rocked. They were the best. You gotta love them. Come on, 70s and 80s rule. Now I want to discuss, and I want to know what your first concert was that you went to in the 80s.
Hey, Greg.
Hello, Greg.
In the 80s?
In the 80s. Yeah. Did you have to sneak out? Or did you just go? Or
I think my first concert I went to was in the 90s.
Really?
It could have been 80s. It could have been late 80s. Hi, Bruce.
Hello, Bruce. So, what's up? Yeah, I want to know your first band that you went to in the 80s because, you know, the 80s music. So, hello, Joe. Joe, what was your first concert that you went to in the 80s? Let's hear it. Come on, Diane. You're like a concert junkie.
Oh, Diane's was Bon Jovi.
Neil Diamond? You went to see Neil Diamond? Really? Wow. How was that? I mean, don't get me wrong. He does have a good voice, and everyone loves his music, but wow, Neil Diamond?
Pink Floyd in the 70s. Nice. Yeah,
my favorite, of course, because I'm 80s, is Momentary Lapse of Reason. Like
the Boston late 70s. That's good.
Yeah, Boston. Love Boston. Yes.
Yeah, we got ripped off when it comes to Boston after that first album, man. That legal fight with their record company was what, 10, 11 years? Grateful Dead.
Hold on.
New Kids on the Block? Was that a new group? That was a rap group, wasn't it?
Really?
April, that was a rap group, right?
No, they were like pop.
No, it says New Kids on the Block.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, come on. Van Halen.
Grateful Dead. Van Halen 5150. Gotta love it.
Actually, Diane.
I did see them. Who went to Monsters Rock? Anyone? I was there. So, yeah. Let me see, Van Halen. I saw, of course, Bon Jovi. Nice.
Actually, the very first and I never went to concerts. My brother is 2.5 years younger than me. Went to many concerts. He actually had tickets to go see Zeppelin. In '79, and about a month or two before the concert, John Bonham died. And I had never seen. I would have loved to have seen all the big bands: Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Floyd, The Who, AC/DC, Ozzy, and any Black Sabbath or whatever, Van Halen, any of these things. Actually, I did see Van Halen. Somebody I knew worked at DHA Radio, and he got tickets.
Thomas saw a lot. Nice. Did anyone?
Thomas, did you see which version of Van Halen with
Sammy
the
Hagar?
original group? Then you had Hagar. There was a radio station I was listening to yesterday, the Lehigh Valley 95.1, because I was umpiring out there in Frenchtown, right near the river, and they were talking about, if you're looking at strictly numbers,
look at you, Joe.
Van Hagar was much more successful than Van Halen, because when Sammy joined the band, they had 4 albums, and all 4 albums reached #1, and they never had a #1 album when
David Lee Roth.
Roth was there. Now, David Lee Roth was a great front man.
Yeah, he was.
Had a great voice. I personally, if I had to pick one version, it's like 1A and 1B. I would only give the nod to the Hagar years, because Sammy could play guitar.
Hello, Robert.
Could sing.
Cheap Trick. You saw
Cheap Trick would be great.
Yeah. Styx. I would love to see them.
Recently, I saw. It was about a year ago. I saw not Styx, because they're touring, but without Dennis DeYoung, and Dennis DeYoung is touring. And a friend of mine plays guitar with him and has been for about 4 years on tour. Actually, the friend had a heart attack, and literally, I found out from his wife way after the fact. I mean, I hadn't even heard he had a heart attack. He was already out of the hospital and on the mend. Had a heart attack on stage, and he coded. And he's only about, 50, 51 years old.
Van Hagar.
DLR, David Lee Roth and Van Hagar.
Yeah.
So you saw them both. I mean,
Nice.
You had the one guy, I can't think of who it was. He was in there for one album. I forget what band he sang with. You would know it, Thomas, I'm sure, because if you saw them. So I didn't see Styx, but I saw kind of a version of Kansas. That's another good one.
Yeah.
The first concert I ever went to, I went and saw Rat.
Oh my God, I used to love them.
The only song I really like from them is Round and Round.
I knew you were going to say that.
They're one big hit. They weren't bad, but the warm-up band I thought was very good.
Uh-huh.
And I have since come to despise that band. Diane, would you believe that the very first concert I went to,
oh man,
the very first band that played at that concert was Bon Jovi? And
really?
Runaway was the big song they had, obviously. They were opening up for Rat. And the second concert I went to was literally the next night. I went and saw Ronnie James Dio with the pyrotechnics and everything. And that show kicked ass. The first show, all Rat did was go up there and play music. There was nothing else going on. You could have been in a bar watching a local band. Bon Jovi was much better than Rat that day. And that was, again, like you said, you saw them when they were an opening act. That's what they were.
Oh, wait, I'm grabbing your glasses. I'm trying to see what Greg.
Actually, mine are right here.
Saw.
Those are yours.
Yes.
Styx.
TK.
Rod Stewart would have been another.
You know who I really love? ELO.
I like the ELO.
And never saw them. But, they are touring right now.
Actually, and I think isn't the singer touring on?
The band is touring.
The band is touring. I just heard something else. There's a singer from one of those era bands that's touring on his own. I can't remember the band. I just heard it on the radio. Hey, Robert.
So yeah.
Oof.
What's in my truck right now? Yellow. Def Leppard.
What else is in your truck
Madonna.
right now? Nothing.
No, I have Def Leppard and Madonna in there.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Keep Madonna in there because she's not a virgin. 3 weeks ago, Greg went to Pennsylvania and saw TKA Trio.
Oh, ZZ Top.
TKA.
Yeah, what is that? Eagles. Ooh. That had to be awesome.
ZZ Top, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Steve Miller and the Eagles. Wow.
Damn,
holy shit.
You guys saw some good concerts.
That was he said his second. So they were all at that show. It was Lime, a Mint, Woodstock. It was probably like a mini Woodstock. I would have to, if you had all four of those bands there, that's sweet.
Awesome. So, what?
Huey Lewis in the Barn at Rutgers, opened by Oingo Boingo.
Oh my God, Oingo Boingo.
I haven't heard that band in God knows how.
Oh, well, what about that? What is that?
Greg, what's TKA? You gotta, I can't come up with it.
What was that? Girl, you know it's true. And like they were lip syncing. Ooh, 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 I love you. What the fuck? Manelli Vanilli.
Oh, the lip singer guys. Oh,
yes. I used to love them too. And no. See, I like a full spectrum of music.
Pretty much here too. I mean, I'm a heavy metal, thrash metal head, but 80s bands rock. I mean, through and through.
Everything in the 80s was
like
awesome.
I'd say mid 70s through the 80s.
Yeah.
Where
pretty much.
A lot of major bands, similar kind of styles, like just straight up hardcore rock.
Anybody see Journey? Like when Steve Perry was there? I mean, I was just talking about him tonight. Like his voice was just phenomenal. I would have loved to have seen him.
I could have had his job. One day, love will find you. Break those chains that bind you.
We're good. We're good.
Ooh, ooh.
Vanilla Ice, baby, yeah.
Vanilla Ice with the lip singer guy.
Yep.
He didn't lip sing, right? Hi, Julio.
Hello, Julio. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys saw a lot of good stuff. Damn.
Yeah, so I did see Van Halen with David Lee Roth.
I saw.
And he actually had no hair at the time.
Shocker.
Looked like he was 70. He was jumping around on stage, giving it the good effort. But it was a DHA concert, and the guy I knew actually went to Tennessee to work with him for 2 years. He was in sales there at the time. So it was him, his wife, 2 sons, and me. And we ended up leaving early because one of the sons was tired. And I'm like, dude, I would have driven myself. I didn't want to leave early.
Right.
But we did. I think the first band or two came on.
Really? See? He saw Steve Perry.
No, he said he was. I saw the After Journey.
Oh.
So, but Perry was incredible. He didn't. Yeah, Perry was already out.
Okay. See, I don't
and
know
they have a problem because they got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I heard stuff on the radio a couple months ago leading up to it that Perry wasn't going to be there, and they wanted him there, and he wasn't going to show up, and I don't know what it ended up, how they resolved it, but I guess they had a nasty split.
I don't know. I'm sorry, he was the voice. Period. I mean, the guy they have now, yeah, he's good, but it's not Steve Perry. Period. That's just it.
No, Journey is Steve Perry. Steve Perry.
No, I saw Journey with the new guy, and he's good, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So same thing with Foreigner. That new guy that's in there, I saw him with the new guy. Actually, I took Glenda because she wanted to see him, and we got our picture taken with him and everything. But
with the band or with the guy?
The whole band, and because we had VIP, so they were good, but it wasn't.
I have a VIP actually.
Now what?
Very impressive penis.
Oh.
732-560-4398. Got to get my plug in. Speaking of which, I got to go get my plug in. Let me get my
God. Okay, now, we're going to switch gears for a minute. We can come back to this.
Yes, we can get back to my very incredible penis later in the afternoon.
Not your penis. We don't need to hear about your penis.
Come on.
Okay, now, I was reading up on people who go and get massages. And not only do girls get a happy ending, but so do guys.
Really?
Yes. So I'm curious if anyone out there has gone to get a massage and you've had a happy ending. That is what I would like to know. Now, he's going to read you something where the girlfriend sent her boyfriend to actually go get a massage with a happy ending because she said he was too uptight or whatever, stressed out or something. But he'll tell you about that. So I'm just wondering, I personally, I've had a lot of massages. I've never had that done. So I'm just wondering, has anyone gone and had a happy ending with your massage? Yes, he is the man.
Happy ending with your massage.
See, so you saw him with the new guy. Yeah. Diane. He's good.
Yeah, Liz. Yeah, when I was in the late 70s, early 80s, growing up, the group of friends I hung with, we were like in a youth church group, and that our two bands were Foreigner and Styx. They were like 1A and 1B for years. Mm-hmm. Everything they did.
No. Hold on. We're still talking about happy endings, but you know who nobody brought up? Triumph.
There you go.
Anybody see them? They were.
Did you see them?
No.
Oh.
It just popped into my head. I'm like trying to think of like these bands that haven't been brought up in like forever. And they had good music. So I'm just wondering, you know what I mean? Like, what's up with them? Where do they go? So.
Big 80s bands. Let's see what else we got. You got Motley Crue. Obviously, one of your favorite, Def Leppard.
Robert. Of course, Def Leppard rocks. Robin, no happy ending here. I've never been happy handing over my money.
You got some of the hair bands, Poison. I mentioned Motley.
Anyone see Bret Michaels? I have stuff of his.
White Snake. There you go.
White Snake, yes.
Kiss. How about Kiss? That's a huge one.
Yeah. Anyone see Kiss?
Scorpions. Twisted Sister we saw down here in Scotch Plains. They used to play at the Arrow Lounge, a little dive. Obviously long before they made it. You've got Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica, which is still
Quiet
strong.
Riot.
I saw Quiet Riot at Double D's in Morristown, which I think closed years ago. It was a go-go bar.
Okay.
Double D's.
We get it, yeah.
Oh, I thought I had to explain it. Sorry.
No.
So the same guy that worked with the radio station, he got them as a client, and they would advertise on DHA all the time. And they have a couple different rooms, and he convinced them that this one room, and there was like a balcony catwalk, if you will, to bring in bands to play. And Quiet Riot was one of the bands that he got to come in. And I saw them there. There can't be more than 200 people in this room.
Right. What about Loverboy?
My brother's band actually played there.
Okay.
As one of the two openings for, it might have been Quiet. No, it was Smithereens. And the drummer for the Smithereens, I think they had some gig they came from, and the drums didn't make it in the travel. Somehow, some way, regardless of what the story was, he didn't have his drums. And he asked my brother's band was going to go first because they're an unknown local guy. Then there was another second act that was a little, had been around. And they asked that guy to be able to use his drums. And he refused. He's like, no, I'm not letting anybody use my drums. So they went and talked to my brother's band, and Drew was like, fuck yeah, you can use my drums. If the drummer for the Smithereens wants to use my drums, all yours, bro. So they switched them. So my brother's band went second. The other guys that thought they were too good went first, and they had to leave. My brother's band went, and then the Smithereens went and, used Drew's drum set. And, of course, Pat Denizio died a little over a year ago. He was from Scotch Plains. And, unfortunately, he was the voice. What a unique voice.
Nice.
AC/DC, Queen, of course, Queen.
Of course.
Let's see, what else we got here? There's Quiet Riot, you mentioned. Dire Straits, another one.
Robin had Triple D Club.
You had a Triple D Club?
And Debbie Does Dallas.
It was Debbie Does Dallas. Oh, Debbie, yeah. I actually saw that movie with at like a bachelor party about
I've heard
30
about
years
it.
ago.
I've never seen it.
It wasn't anything to write home about.
But you normally aren't.
All right, Wham was here 81 to 86, and Wham is not a rock band. Sorry.
No, they're not.
Rat. There's Rat. Run DMC.
Skid Row.
Yeah, Skid Row with Sebastian Bach.
Uh-huh.
Zeppelin, of course.
Rush.
Yes, I was gonna say and I saw Rush 2 years ago on their R40 tour, which was their 40th year, and they retired right after that. Not after that concert. That was at the Rock, Prudential, the Rock in Newark. Here's another one we missed. REO Speedwagon.
Oh yeah, I used to love them. Who didn't? Come on, especially girls. Come on.
Absolutely. Fleetwood Mac, Cars, Dokken. Sabbath, I mentioned. Aha, come on, please. Aha.
They're not exactly.
Beastie Boys. Oh yeah, Beastie Boys started in '79. Well, maybe they weren't big yet. I forgot because they were around, in college days and after.
Hall & Oates, the Cars.
The Cars, Rolling Stones. Well, I mean, Rolling Stones is one of the Rolling Stones and Zeppelin. I don't consider an '80s band.
Right.
They played in the '80s, but they started in the '60s and '70s,
right.
and they're still popular today. So they're 50 years strong. Same with like the Who.
So anyway, back to our happy ending. I want to know who got a happy ending in a massage.
Has anyone received?
Hello, Rich.
Hey, Rich. Nazareth is a good one too.
Yes,
we didn't even bring them up.
Oh my God, yes.
It was a good old school flick.
So
the Debbie Does Dallas was a good. Yeah, it was definitely old school 70s porn. That's hilarious. What was the other one I had seen? Deep Throat.
I never saw that either.
These things, they're hilarious to watch.
Well, they have to be. I fucking laugh at the ones now. I mean, come on. It's the same shit every fucking video you see. It doesn't matter what it is.
You just made an actual little there.
What?
It's the same shit every fucking video you see. See what she did there? And she didn't even know it. Every fucking video you see of porn is the same fucking stuff. It is the same fucking stuff.
If people want to, if people want to look at porn to learn something, you're not really going to learn anything. I'm sorry.
I learned that every woman should keep her 6-inch heels on and put them on my shoulder.
Really?
That's what I learned. I actually, the reason I said that, I read somewhere once, like decades ago, that someone was busting on porns and not everyone wears 6-inch heels to bed.
No.
Like you go walking in, time for bed, and you're walking with 6-inch heels. Like, that doesn't happen.
I will gladly wear heels to bed if I'm going to get me some good hum do. Okay.
This apparently is why she usually goes to bed in flip-flops. Because there ain't nothing good going on. And her feet get cold. So at least flip-flops keep them off the wood floor when it's cold. Actually, you probably should just wear socks and be done with it. Keep your feet warm.
I do have my my one-piece pajamas that you zip up with the little feeties, and it also has a hood on it too.
Oh my Lord!
And it has pockets so I can put my hands in it.
You have a onesie with a hood.
Yes.
Does it have rabbit ears? Please
No.
tell me it has rabbit ears.
No.
It doesn't have
but
rabbit ears.
It's pink and it has hearts on it. And it does have the footies.
I would like to try this one time wearing this thing, and you can take a picture of it, of me, and put it on UR. I'm going to regret saying that.
Because you know he's going to do it. It's packed up.
I know you're going to do it.
But as soon as I move, he'll be photographed in it. So, okay. Anyway, happy endings, people.
Thomas, you saw Debbie Does Dallas as a kid. You mean like as a teenager, I hope? Not like as a 6-year-old. I mean, come on, dude. I'm going to love that comment.
Okay, so I'm still waiting to hear if anyone got a happy ending. Come on. I am bringing this up because somebody did tell me that they actually went and did get a happy ending. So
I know there's plenty of places around that you can.
Yes, so I'm just wondering who has actually done this. I'm sorry, but when you go to a place like that, all that comes to mind to me is, okay, hing, hing, ding, ding, going in the hoot. And
what?
And you get in the doo-doo, and she's doing the happy with that means that you got all kinds of nasty in there, and you festering, and you could have something growing in there.
We're back to Tanya not finishing one sentence, but putting 16 together without punctuation. We're going to take a break for a minute here, and we'll be back right after the messages from our local insanity doctor. Thank you very much. It's amazing how you can do that. It truly is. I try to do it. I do it once in a while, but I can't do it as well as you.
I don't know. It just comes out.
You know, it's when you go in and there's and the hoo-ha and it's all here, and then you're and then this and stuff in there, and it's festering, and you know you get the and then you and then the like, what the fuck did she just say? I think I kind of got the point, but I'm not really sure.
That's all that matters. As long as you know what I'm talking about, that's all that matters. But that's all that comes to mind to me. If you have someone who's doing the doo-doo and it goes, that means that you're going to have the nasty, and that means that the nasty can transfer to the... And
well,
then,
what do you keep pointing here? You think they're getting a blowjob?
Well, if they're getting a blowjob, if there's a hand, I don't care. You're going to...
It's usually a hand job.
I don't care. You're going to get infested. Period.
Infested with what? Other people's DNA?
Doo-doo nasties.
Doo-doo nasties. I'm only 3.5 years old. I call it doo-doo nasty.
The happy hole juice, okay, that should not be on a stranger. So when a stranger touches your hoo-ha, and you end up with the nasties, and no.
I think the gist of it is they do the massage, and then they work into a center, and then they massage the thing, and it goes.
That's not what I hear. They also do the do when
what
the do.
What, they jump on it?
The
and ride it and blow it. The did. They're there now.
That means that you had the nasty going on the thing, and then from the.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any of those. I mean, if it's a hand job and it happens to start, I may not stop it.
The nasty is not under the nails. How do you know how well they're washing their hands? How do you know? How do you know?
You really don't.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes, Thomas, thank you.
What?
That's just nasty, Tanya. With the LOL. Yes.
That's just my personal opinion. So, okay, so apparently.
I don't have my phone.
No, you don't. So.
Because it done got blowed up.
What were you going to bring up? Because you were writing some things down.
Oh, just a couple small things. Nothing really earth-shattering. I did have a service today. My friend Shelly, our friend Shelly, who watches the show, did tell me she was going to try to tune in tonight, but it was her dad's service. And Robin, you're back? What happened? Did you leave? Or did you get bounced? Anyway, so I will ride with the Patriot Guard riders on occasion when it fits my schedule. And we'll stand and hold we'll have a flag line going into and out of the funeral home.
Okay, spit it up, people.
And I'm just saying. So I reached out to them, didn't hear back. It was only Thursday because I only found out he died probably Thursday afternoon. So I decided that even though the motorcycle's not starting, I wore the bike jacket and brought the flag, and I stood outside. Went and paid my respects, stood outside. Well, her 5.5-year-old son, Darian, likes to, he's like my best friend, and I'm his best friend. Not so much now. Now I'm one of his best friends. The other day he said I'm one of his top 10 best friends. I'm like, dude, I used to be number one. So he comes out and stands out there with me for a few minutes, and then he's like, I want a flag. So he goes inside, and he comes out with a little flag that was part of his display for his grandfather. Okay. And we're standing out there holding the flag. He decides he wants us to march back and forth. So we're doing this on the sidewalk. And then he starts saluting and everything. This is his grandfather was in the Navy for almost 4 years. So even the Navy people, when they were leaving, the senior officer came up to him and thanked him and saluted his flag and, shook his hand and then left, said a few words and then left. Shelley was in tears. She thought it was like the greatest thing. I thought it was too.
Yes.
So, hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
So I was hoping Shelley would join because I know she would have appreciated hearing this. She got some nice pictures. She's probably going to put them up. So if that happens, I'll take them.
Yes. Move on.
The only other thing I had not really talked about my move. I was recently. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
All right. I was recently paroled after serving a 3.5-year stint in what I would term now as Attica. And the warden was an absolute total.
Don't say the word. The C word.
Yes, I can't say the word.
Her name is Perfucka.
Right, that's good enough. So she's actually PC.
Yes. Perfucka C.
In the last 2 months, basically. It was just brutal. Everything. Going in my room, moving stuff out, like, I have to paint, get out, blah, blah. I'm like, I told you I'm leaving the end of June. Stay the fuck out of my room. And if I was as vindictive as her and as petty as her, I would have moved everything back in, bought a padlock, put it on there.
Yeah,
but it's just been so nice for, what is it now, 10 days? It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just not having to deal with her. And we were friends for a long time, between 15 and 20 years. And I think part of the problem was that her ex talked to her about, we want to get this sold, get my money out, blah, blah, blah. And she started kind of taking it out on me. She did that a lot. Anytime her ex-husband aggravated her, I got the brunt.
No, what pissed me off was when you had the little birdies in your shed that she was demanding you get rid of.
Right.
Oh, what did she say? She was like, oh, well, don't worry about them or whatever.
Well, poor birds, they got to go.
Yeah. They were little itty-bitty little chirplings.
Literally, 6 of them.
And she's just like, oh, well. It's like, you fucking piece of motherfucking shit.
Yeah, that's when Tanya became her biggest fan.
Yeah. Perfucka. I hope you're listening, Perfucka, because you're a piece of motherfucking shit.
Yeah, piece of...
Anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, no, it's, it was just nice. Oh, the other thing, I was speaking to someone of a professional nature, and no, not a prostitute.
Thank God.
Not that kind of pro. And a friend that's a, what do you call it, a doctor. And
excuse me.
I mentioned that it was amazing how in like 4 months ago, she actually said, we were talking one night, she was in the living room watching TV. I walked in. We were talking about something. And out of the blue, she's like, I don't know, maybe talking about somebody she had gone out to see or whatever. She's like, she looked at me, she goes, we should date. And I was taken aback by the comment. And I had taken her to a couple of concerts, comedy shows, riding a motorcycle about 12 years ago. And because I said, I've known her a long time, and I know her two daughters pretty well. And one of them worked at a restaurant.
What did I tell you? She got pissed off as soon as you started hanging out here.
Yeah, it seemed, in hindsight, seemed to get worse. Well, here's the thing.
Little Miss Perfecta didn't like me.
So when she said that, I can't remember my exact reaction, but I was definitely like stopped in my tracks, and I was like, well, we did date a few times. I mean, we went out. The concert, was it the Symphony, New Jersey Symphony Orchestra played Led Zeppelin.
She wanted
I won
Ed
tickets,
Wood.
and so I called her, and we went. I was in at the Rock Prudential in Newark. Comedy show. I wanted to go see somebody in particular. I don't remember who it was. It's got to be like 10 years ago. And I bought 2 tickets, figuring somebody's going. I don't care who. It's my treat. I don't really care. I want to go. You go to that kind of show with somebody. So took her, and so after she said that, and I kind of paused or whatever, her next comment was, but you like Tanya.
Told you.
Exactly what she said, exactly that way. And I just said, no, we're not dating. We're doing the show together. We're doing, some other things. I'm helping her with some financial stuff. And wait, I need my glasses. What the
What's this for fuck up?
What is that? A duck? Oh.
Crazy bird.
Crazy. It's pretty funny.
See, I didn't even do anything
but
wrong.
But she brought it up. And then immediately, we should date. But and she had said many times, well, Matt, she's definitely jealous because Tanya's hotter, because nobody's hotter than Tanya.
Oh my God, please.
And I get $5 every time I say that. Nobody's hotter than Tanya.
Okay.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, I must have had a dream of that. Never mind.
Must have.
Somebody's hotter than Tanya.
Hello,
I don't know who.
Eddie.
Eddie. Yeah,
Eddie?
I'm sorry. I didn't. So, and I had never even had that thought. Never even entered my brain. Although you did mention it. You did months ago, and I discounted it then. I'm not very smart when it comes to
I'm very good at reading
life.
people, and I met her once.
You said it right after that.
Yeah, she didn't like me from the first time she met me. I was like, whatever, I don't care.
And she was concerned of what you thought of her, and she thought you didn't like her. And I was like, no, that's not true.
I never said anything bad about her until she started with the fucking birds. Now she can kiss my ass.
Yeah,
you
Thomas.
Fucking scumbag.
Thomas, you're right. Some people are just jealous, and that's just,
So, okay. Now, did anybody happen to see what was on the page about that dumb ass who decided that he was going to kiss the water moccasin, that he has all these snakes, and he kissed it 15 times or some shit?
Really? That many?
Before it actually bit him.
First of all, who has a water moccasin as a pet?
He found it that day.
Oh, that day. I didn't read this yet, but because I was preoccupied today with the service.
And he's kissing it. So once he got kissed, then he started yelling to his friend, hospital, 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 hospital. Well, he got bit a few times in the face. Well, you damn dumbass. You think a snake is going to curl up with you unless it's going to eat you? Come on. Or
actually, this is what he said. Hospital, hospital, hospital. Because his face was swollen like a motherfucking balloon.
Kisses a snake. I mean, come on. It's a water moccasin. This is not exactly a friendly little cuddly animal. I don't get
Robin, the link to the water it's on
Chris.
The page. It's on Unusual Radio's page.
What?
Hey,
oh yes, it's on the page. Yeah, if you scroll down, it's down a little bit, and you'll see him holding it, and then you'll see him in the hospital with his face all swollen. Yeah, and then if you read up on it, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't understand fucking people. Seriously?
Yeah.
Let me kiss a snake. I just found this snake. Let me see how many times I can kiss it before it bites me.
I think it's like one of the dumbest things you can do, unless it's Ed's snake, in which case you can call 732-560-4398, and I will be happy to show you the nicest snake. You have to be gentle, though, and he also only has one eye.
Oh, my God. I suppose it spits venom, too.
I just snorted.
I heard. Does it spit venom, too?
It does. But this venom's kind of like, I don't know, rotten milk, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, I'm just not even going there. I'm not.
It's actually sugar and spice and everything nice. So swallow away, ladies.
Somehow I'm not.
Hey, Cristiano.
So, hello, Cristiano. So, yeah. We are talking about all kinds of different things.
We are.
Yes. So,
I'm going to kiss a snake and get a tat. Apparently, the kissing of the snake is the thing that's going to put me to sleep for a week while I get a tat.
Yeah, he's going to squirm like a little bitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to squirm like a little bitch.
But
I'm definitely going to scream like a little bitch.
I told him, I said, if you want it to come out good, you can't be squirming all over like a little bitch.
That's right.
Suck it up, buttercup. So, yes. Now, we're talking about the 80s bands. Okay, when we first started. And speaking of, so in the 80s...
Hey, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan. When...
Ryan told me to drink more milk. It helps with that.
When was the first time you went down the shore? Like, if you are in New Jersey, you go down the shore. So I want to know how many people have been to New Jersey or are from New Jersey, and when was the first time you went down the shore? And did you see any concerts from the 80s when you were down the shore? That's what I would like to know. And what is the most exciting experience that you had down the shore?
Most exciting experience?
Yes. What have you done down the shore that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that, and I'm still living?
Night Ranger. Another one from Diane.
Oh, yeah. Leave it to Diane. Kick that up. Did you see that in, like, down the shore or what? She's like the shore queen, so.
Oh, really?
Chris Galloway, can anyone come
get the grand prize and other stuff? He can't walk. You can't walk, dude.
Yeah, I didn't get to, he came here late, so I didn't get to talk to him yet. I will tell him about the text message today. So
okay,
we'll talk to you after the show, Chris, and let you
Chris,
know.
Well, you just got on here. I had a funeral service today, and then drove one of the people to the airport flying back to Kentucky, and then came here, and it was already like 7:30. So
yeah. Yes, we will talk to you after the show.
Cristiano said he was 16 and drove his car through a deli drunk as shit.
Are you kidding me?
We can talk about that. I mean,
Really? Damn.
I got an article on the happy endings we're going to get into, Thomas.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we're just kind of bouncing around here, obviously.
And he said he's 55. He's been going down to the shore since he was 2 weeks old. Really?
Wow.
My grandparents had a place here, so in Seaside Heights, the same thing. We used to take week-long vacays there as kids and go up to the boardwalk. It was like the greatest thing. And then when I was about 12, I started working the neighborhood, pulling weeds for $1 an hour, so I had my own money. Back when pinball was like a dime and 5 balls and free games were easy, and it was
5 balls, huh?
Yeah. I was good at 5 balls, not so much at 3.
Okay. All right, so.
Robin, we'd love to do that with you guys.
What?
April and he have never been to New Jersey. They'd love to come visit so you all can show us the shore walk.
Yes.
The Jersey Shore is just one of those things like...
You have to do it.
Yeah.
If you come to New Jersey, you have to
And
go
not
down
Atlantic
the shore.
City.
No.
I was a pinball wizard, Chris.
I wasn't.
For a while. When we used to get off the bus at I went to a St. Joe's Metuchen, which... Thomas, I don't know how long you've been in that and where you're at now in Woodbridge, but you would know that. And we used to take one of the city buses in Plainfield, and it would take us all the way to Metuchen, my brother and I, and back. And we'd get back, and my mom was a teacher, and we'd have to kill some time until she got out of school, because St. Joe's got out early. We were done at like 2:10. So we'd go to this local deli, and there was a pinball machine there, and I would put a quarter in. There were times I'd actually play for like 2 hours on one quarter, and just because you get a free game every so often, not like the things they got out in the last 20 years. But Sandy Hook, okay. I've only been there a couple times.
I've been there.
Paulie D? Nah, Chris, I don't think so.
No Paulie D.
Cristiano made that one a drive-through deli. You certainly did. You got a drive-through here? We do now.
Yeah, exactly. Diane, Wildwood.
And Diane never saw a concert down the shore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised.
I saw somebody down here, and I don't remember who it was. You're not counting the PNC Art Center is not really down the shore. It's off the Parkway, but it's not the shore.
My first time down the shore, okay, you're going to laugh. Okay, I went as a child, to family things, but nothing, whatever. Anyway, my first time, I was in high school. I think I was a senior, or maybe I just graduated. Yeah, I must have just graduated. Anyway, so a bunch of us went down oh God, it had to be like midnight. We went on the boardwalk, and you know how they have those, what do you call it? Those things that you step in and you can take the pictures, and it gives you the 3 or 4 pictures. Actually,
photo booth.
Yeah, those things.
Okay. That's one of those real high-tech names. It's hard to remember. Those things you sit in. It's like a booth.
Yeah.
And it has a curtain, and you get pictures. You mean photo booth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that thing. Anyway, so my friend and I and her boyfriend, we had all gone down, and we did that. We walked around. Of course, we were drinking and whatever. But that was my first time down. But of course, it was just go down, and then we drove back up. It wasn't a major thing. So that was my first time on the boardwalk when I wasn't a wee little kid. How sad is that? Just saying.
And well, my niece just graduated Watchung Hills, Cristiano, and that's where they went down to. I think they went down to Seaside. He said he went down there for every prom, even if it wasn't his.
Nice. I mean, I've been to Seaside. I've been to Wildwood. Point Pleasant, which I've gone to numerous times just because it's closest and it's quick and whatever. I'm trying to think. There's been a couple other places.
Yeah, Thomas. I was.
Where did I stay?
Thomas graduated in 82. I graduated in 79. My sister graduated in 81. No.
When did you graduate?
80.
When did you graduate?
79.
Oh, you're old.
Hey, fuck you. I look good.
I graduated in 87.
So I was 79. She was 80.
Oh, man.
They were really at St. Thomas again? Holy shit. I didn't hear that.
What?
He said St. Thomas High School and St. Joe's were right up the road from each other. St. Thomas was Edison, St. Joseph was Metuchen, but it was Plainfield Avenue. They were literally a mile apart. The border was right there. And my sister, the older of the two sisters, first I graduated St. Joe's. Christine graduated St. Thomas. My brother graduated St. Joe's, and my younger sister graduated. What was St. Thomas was changed to Bishop R. And it's been that ever since. So, oh God, the Aztecs. I remember that. I never went in there.
What is it?
The bar, a bar at in Seaside Heights. And I shouldn't say I never went in there. I did go in there a few times, but I was never a big drinker. And it was had bands there and everything. Do you remember? I was just going to ask you. I was going to tell her. Christine was the one you would remember because she would have been a year or two different from you. A year, yeah. Because I was definitely I mean, I was 79. She was a year behind me. She was 80. That's pretty funny. If she has an old yearbook, I'm gonna see if I can get it from her and look you up. And actually, I don't know if you remember this, but Diane's like favorite band dude singer, John Bon Jovi, went to St. Joe's for 2 years, and then was thrown out because he was caught doing and dealing drugs.
I was born in '69, Robin.
Tanya was born in the comfort zone.
I was. See that?
That's right. So, and Thomas said they just renamed it back to Saint what do you call it? St. Thomas. Wow. I'm surprised. I have no clue. The log flume. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, and too bad Hurricane Sandy just wiped out the whole boardwalk that we knew as kids.
Oh, yeah.
Chris did 8 proms in 4 years. Dude, what are you, John Belushi from Animal House? 7 years of college shot to hell. That's pretty neat. Old ass. Yeah, I am an old ass. The Aztecs. God, that thing was always around. There was tons of bars, but that was one of the best and biggest bars in Seaside and most popular.
Okay, we have to move on to the last bit. Our little massage with a happy ending.
Robin was born in '79. Thanks, Robin.
I know. That's what I said. I'm like,
I could be your daddy almost. I mean, assuming I knocked somebody up when I was like, 17.
Not unheard of.
So we'll talk later about the whole high school thing, Thomas. That'd be interesting.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about the happy ending that we didn't really get to?
Exactly.
Okay. He's going to refer to his girlfriend as K, the letter K, not the name K. And this is actually a place in England. I met the girl who'd become my new girlfriend at a local pub one night while helping a friend commiserate his recent divorce. She was the bartender. I know that everyone says it doesn't happen, but I caught her eye and she caught mine. By the end of the night, after a series of tequila shots, as well as a series of over-exaggerated shrugs and winks, flirting, I guess, she wrote her number on my tab. And by tab, he meant penis, because that's what they call it in England. Okay. I'm sorry, no, they call it a wanker. Never mind, forget that. I waited a day or two to text her. She responded immediately. We met later that day for a quick bite before the shift. 2 weeks later, past some absolutely mind-blowing sex. The kind that comes at the beginning of a relationship when everything is when nothing is off the table. Mm-hmm. Everything just like. So I spent more nights than not at her place and there were no signs of slowing down. She was always up a little bit before me, even though she worked nights, sucking my cock to wake me up. I'd blow my load, then I'd wake up, then she'd swallow. I'd take a shower and head to work. Head being the operative term right there. So.
Okay, well, that seems a little unfair. What about her?
I guess he did her when they came back at night. I don't know. She came out of work and got home.
Well, she needs a little hama before she goes off to work.
Hama. Well, she bartends at night, so it's not like he could go to work, come back, and then do her. I'm just saying. He didn't talk about that. His whole thing was talking about the happy ending. So.
Okay.
She says a few weeks later, your shoulders are always so tight. You could use the relaxation. It'll make you feel like a new man. I reminded her I was basically running dry with how many times she made me come, but she just smiled and handed me a little envelope. Told me to head back to Chicago for a few days for a family event and didn't want me to get... Oh, she was heading back to Chicago and she didn't want him to get stressed out. There was a note saying she signed me up for a special massage and a business card of an Oriental massage parlor in our city.
Ever noticed how they're always Oriental?
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? Actually, it should be Asian. Oriental is Asian, a rug. Yes. Asian is a...
Yes, true.
She had to go to work, but she playfully grabbed my cock and tugged it before leaving me there with an envelope and something to do the next day. So... 2 days later, he took an Uber, went to the address, gets to the massage parlor. Let's see. If it weren't for the words Oriental Massage written on one window and Full Body Relaxation written on the other, he would have missed it. He was met by a happy-looking Japanese woman wearing a kimono. The lights were low. There were candles that smelled like sandalwood. The candlelight caught a pendant and hugged between her breasts, which strained at the kimono. At this point, I was aroused.
Typical man.
I think he's watching a porn and just writing about it right now. She seemed to know who I was. The only thing I could hear was a soft clicking of her heels on the hard wood floor. Blah, blah, blah. She got him in a chair, put a bunch of, there was a small lamp on a stand. Music was louder in here. I guess because nobody wanted to hear him going, So he took his clothes off. She started the massage, started at his feet, worked his way up. I look for Nordic girls who have bigger hands and stronger muscles when I get massages. There you go. And they might rip your dick off. So eventually she basically,
Did she climb on top or
No. Her hand wrapped around his semi-hard cock.
Well, he said that he was aroused and now it's semi-hard. Really?
Well, I stayed somewhat aroused through the rest of his back massage, so there was enough there for her to wrap her little hand around. Oh, her little hand. He moaned as she began to stroke me, and he grew in her hand. After a minute or two, she began to fondle the balls. What do we call them again?
Fluffing the balls.
Fluffing the balls.
Fluffing the balls.
With her other hand, all the while still pumping me, faster now. She moved her hand in what seemed to be like a figure-8 motion around my cock. Let's see. So she was staring at it as she worked it. Her kimono had slipped open, and I saw her eraser-sized perfect nipples. I thought he was going to say her tits were eraser-sized.
That's what I thought too.
That's funny. The thought of taking one of her tits into my mouth was too much for me, and I began to come, shooting rope after rope into the air. She kept pumping until I finally stopped. So when he left, she was nowhere to be seen. Yeah, because she was in the shower right now. So I left her a tip on the front counter and walked back out into the sunshine. So his girlfriend got him a
ear-to-ear grin.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then he contemplated how he would describe this all to his girlfriend. Would she ask if the money was well spent, or would she just not even bring it up? Interesting.
Robin said, head out that go sound effects.
She was definitely a ball fluffer. Yeah, it wasn't me. I don't know anyone named Kay. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, anyway, since
almost swallowed that freaking.
So since nobody has had their own personal experience having a massage with a happy ending, which I was hoping to hear some kind of a good story that somebody went and did something.
All right, I'll do it just as research for the show. I was asking look one up.
Them.
All right, on Wednesday, I won't be here. I'll sign in and watch a show, and I'll tell you about my experience.
I don't want to know.
Happy ending. Anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't know. I'll find out, Robin. Robin wants to know, are you coming to Dallas with Ed? April and he are planning on going to meet me in Dallas.
I know. It all depends on work and what's going on. I have so much stuff going on right now. It's crazy.
It really depends. Yeah, and the move and when it starts and where the place is still no definite.
I mean, there's really a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I hope to, but I'll have to see if I can actually make that. It's just a really hectic time right now. I could use the time away, but we'll see. But I will be down the shore the weekend of the last weekend of August. If anybody's around, I will
Don't touch
be
any
there
cocks without
in
permission.
Point Pleasant. Hey,
In Point Pleasant.
Point Pleasant. Diane and I, boom, down the shore.
Chris, that's what it sounded like. I even said that.
What?
He says, "Where'd you come up with this penthouse forum?" I'm like, "That's exactly." I said, "It sounds like he's actually watching a porn and typing this article up." It's like too specific, detailed, and off the charts to be true.
I know.
Yeah. So Point Pleasant is, when is that? In August?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. So Labor Day weekend.
I guess.
I'll tell you right now.
Diane
Let's see,
and I
July.
It's the last Friday in August.
Which is the 30th.
Yeah, Diane and I are going.
Yeah, so the second's Labor, so it's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, so we are going Friday through Sunday. We will be in Point Pleasant.
And if
you're going to be watching the dogs, you can come down Sunday.
Oh, that's right. You said that already.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I think, like, what? I can't go? Oh, no. She did say that. Yeah. I'll watch the dogs for the weekend, and I'll bring the dogs down with me.
No, you're not bringing them down.
Oh, I'm not. I thought I was.
No. They can spend the day alone. You're coming down Sunday.
I got you. Well, I know. I
take care of them in the morning, and then by the time we get back at night, they'll be fine. So.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
What the hell was I going to say?
I don't know, but now it's time for you to say goodbye to all our family.
I will.
What?
Chris, you can tell me about that later. I'm not sure. You said not true. I'm not sure what that port was about, but.
But we're going to talk to you soon, Chris.
Yes, so, shortly.
Yes.
I don't remember.
I don't know. All right.
It was in my head and it was gone.
Sing.
Now it's time.
Fix your hair.
How about this?
That's
I fixed my hair.
There you go.
Hey, Burn.
Okay.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our family. UNU SUALRADIO. Unusual Radio. Unusual Radio. Unusual Radio.
Unusual Radio.
Notice how we did that without any planning and it actually just worked? It's fucking hilarious.
So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us tonight, and we will be back on Wednesday.
Hump day.
That's right, hump day.
Hump day.
So until then, enjoy your day tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a hot one here in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal.
Make sure you stay hydrated, be safe, and we will see you Wednesday night, 8:30. And you don't have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to write us, and we will talk about it. Or
April and Robin's birthday is on August 21st, both of you.
Nice.
As Thomas said, same day.
That's awesome.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be a laughing. That was supposed to be a whoa comment or a wow comment.
Okay.
I came up laughing anyway.
Okay. Anyway, gotta go.
All right, gotta go.
All right. So everyone, we will see you Wednesday. Thank you again, and take care.